need my love, baby, oh so bad. You're not the only one I've ever had. And if I say I want to set you free.
Good morning. It's May 31st, 2011. Welcome. There's just some tidbits off the top of my head this morning. I'm not too sure I'd call them pearls of wisdom.
They call me Dr. Love. They call me Dr. Love.
Not quite sure how to put this. Been at this for a long time, and that's why some of you people who are new to the channel have this impression that I come off somewhat arrogant. You have no idea how long I've been fighting these battles. I mean, 2006 till now, most of the videos are gone, most of them have been trashed. And it's just kind of the way it goes. But anyway, libertarianism. Love it conceptually, as I do socialism. However, I haven't seen it work. And this idea of good old Ron Paul, that you are to expect nothing of government, why don't we start by, and if you're really into small government, why don't we start by firing Ron Paul? You guys worship him, or the supporters worship him, as if the man walks on water. Personally, I'm tired of hearing about it. Let's move on to something else. Libertarianism, great idea, dead. Not going to happen. Anybody with any sense of history knows that. On a pragmatic level, why is it dead? The inane hypocrisy of most libertarians.
Baby, do you understand me now? Sometimes I feel a little mad, but don't you know that no one alive can...
I'll take you back to 1994. I had a conversation with a co-worker over at the Northern Telecom Project. He was all about expounding upon the libertarian ideal. That was all good and fine. You know, that you can trust people to do the right thing, and that there's too many laws, and that given the natural order of the human being, that you can pretty much expect them to do what is good and noble and honorable. And that was his take on life, and he shared this evangelically with just about everybody who would listen. A certain problem with that came along when his girlfriend was rear-ended by a drunk driver who was working on his third citation for it, and how the guy should have been thrown in jail, and there's laws against this, and they should have prosecuted him to the fullest extent of the law. So while in theory there should be no laws, when a violation happens to him and somebody he cares about, the law needs to come down hard on the offender. That's what I call the hypocrisy of the libertarians.
When things go wrong, I seem to be bad. I'm just a soul whose intention...
Also, far too many of the libertarians are too glued into the Alex Jones Illuminati type of conspiracy bullshit. You know, Alex Jones, Art Bell, George Norrie, they're all good for the equivalent of sitting around the campfire telling ghost stories. And at least Art Bell understood that this is what he was doing. I think George Norrie does as well. Alex Jones, on the other hand, actually tends to act like he believes the ghost stories. I can tell you a few tales too, but, you know, the ones I have told you are real. And they're happening. And I've noticed that for the most part, nobody gives a damn. So if I come off with a little edge of arrogance with that kind of history, well, you'll just have to live with it.
As time goes on, I realize just what you mean.
We have been promoting a strike across the United States for the first week in July. Nice idea. Love the idea. But pragmatically, it's about as good as libertarianism. Why? Well, first of all, you can't get the unions to endorse such a strike because it would be illegal for them to do so. That's why you don't have mass strikes in the United States anymore. They can strike a given employer for a grievance, but they can't strike an entire industry, nor can they call for a general strike to shut down the entire nation. Now, that's number one. Number two, as was pointed out to me, many portions of the United States right now are running in the area of 30% unemployment, which means for the most part, people aren't spending money and going to work as it is. So how would a strike make it much different than what we're seeing already? It kind of makes a strike somewhat ineffective. Much the pity.
To me, and now that you're near.
However, and I posted this earlier today, as you can see, there is going to be a strike of some sort. At least a protest. And if I can scrape together the money, and my poor old bod does not betray me, I will be in Washington, D.C. on July 4th, 2011. At least I'm hoping to be there. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to spend some money during the strike week. Yeah, one or the other, because I can't get there for free.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Y'all can help me say that, I don't give a damn. Come on.
The numbers for the last 3 months, basically from the time that I restarted the broadcast till now, they're not doing too bad. Nothing that I've done, with the exception of the rant on the ultimatum that China was supposed to have given us, has particularly gone viral, as they say. Although there was another video, it was a slideshow on the strike in America. That won't happen. So numbers are good. I mean, for a small broadcast dealing primarily with a progressive, an elder, mature, progressive look at the United States. Pretty much superficial look as well. I don't get into this stuff in depth. Like I told you before, I'm not into calling names. So we got that one down.
Baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home Chicago? Do it again. Come on.
Anyway, that's it for today. This is Cliff Potts. I thank you for your time. As always, may your God go with you. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Each time I roam, Chicago it's calling me home. Chicago I just grin like a clown.